Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you so much for joining us on a Friday. We got a special guest from the Sioux Empire United Way. Each week we try to shine the spotlight on people that are doing good things over there. And we have Jay Huizinga. He's actually the 2017 Sioux Empire United Way campaign chairperson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, John. Thanks a lot for having me on this morning.
Well, we're glad to have you on the program, and I want to just say thank you to you for reaching out to me. It's been, I don't know, it seems like a year ago, somewhere in that neighborhood, to say, hey, we got this idea. We want to kind of shine the spotlight, and I feel very honored that you included us, because this is something that I've really enjoyed over the last year, 6 months, 9 months, however long it's been going. It seems like it's been a while. But I really have enjoyed the opportunity to shine the spotlight on the Sioux Empire United Way and all the wonderful things that you guys are doing. But you've got some really big things coming up, don't you?
Well, we do, yes. You know, we actually started meeting with individuals like yourself last December and got a lot of great commitments, and you've certainly been one of those that has followed through and done a lot of great things to talk about the Sioux Empire United Way, and also a lot of other things going on in the community. But we're in full force now. The United Way campaign's about ready to kick off. We're going to be kicking off next Wednesday, September 14, which is when all our volunteers get together and really have a celebration of what we're going to be doing for the next couple months, and that's raising money for the Sioux Empire United Way. We always have this big kickoff, and it's Wednesday, September 14, and it's from 4:30 to 6:30 at the district. And we'll have a short program, including a few words from yours truly about 5:15.
Very nice. Now, this program that's coming up on the 14th, on September 14th, is that something that's open to the public, or who is it that should be coming to that?
Well, I think it's open to the public. It's a great way to learn about programs that we're doing that the United Way supports, and that the money that the United Way gets from all the different people around the Sioux Empire help out. But anyone's welcome to come and learn more about the United Way. It's kind of a celebration event. It's not very long. Certainly it's geared towards all of our volunteers, John. I don't know if people know this, but we have like 650 volunteers.
Wow.
That work on the United Way each year, and that goes everywhere from deciding allocations and what organizations are going to get money, all the way through the people that'll be out in the next couple of months meeting with businesses and individuals to try to raise money for a lot of different charities around the area.
650, that's a huge number. Let's talk about some of these other numbers. This year's campaign will raise funds for 87 programs at 41 local agencies. That's making a huge impact.
Well, it is, and I kind of, one of our campaigners said it best when he said, you know, it's kind of like giving money to a mutual fund. You give it to a mutual fund, they spread it out over a bunch of purchases. This is almost the same thing. When people give money, we use that money very carefully to be sure that we're getting it to the right places. So 87 programs at those 41 agencies is kind of a way for you to do one-stop shopping in terms of giving money that's really going to impact the community.
And the way I liken it is, you know, there are so many things that happen in the community where I'm sure I can't be the only one that has ever said this. Boy, I wish I could help everybody. How can I help everybody? Well, this is a way, maybe you're not going to reach everybody, but this is a way you can take that little contribution that you can afford to give and stretch that as far as it can possibly go, because your contribution, with your neighbor's contribution, with your coworker's contribution, all of those things put together to help all of these wonderful agencies right here in the Sioux Empire. And that's what the United Way is all about.
Well, that's correct, and that's why it's called the United Way, because we're all united after going after the same thing. And one of our real goals this year going into the campaign was to get information out to people, because we wanted to make sure that they really knew what the United Way did, instead of, at a lot of businesses, they just get a campaign card and they may see a video, and then they always, I think a good number of people were always wondering, well, what exactly do they do with my money? And so we really wanted to get that information out with public service campaigns and stuff over the summer, and, with interviews that you've been doing and things like that. And so we really feel like we've got a lot of momentum going into this campaign this year, because people will know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. We raise money, but really what's been going on for a number of months now is a really special group of people that are the allocations committee, and they look at nonprofits and agencies that are asking for this money and make sure that they're using it in the right way. So we just don't give money out without really making sure that it's going to the right places. And these allocations people do a lot of very good and very hard work.
And something that I haven't even announced on the radio yet, but I'll announce it right here, something that happened a week ago when we were doing our spotlight on a wonderful agency. The young lady that had done the interview with me said, I had some friends that missed it. Is there any way that we can share that with them? And I said, well, tell you what, I'll put it online as a podcast. And as I was doing that, I thought, why haven't I done that with all of these? So I think
that's a great idea.
I created a page. So if you've missed some of the spotlights that we've done and all of these wonderful organizations that do great things that each one of us have in the Midwest, we've got these wonderful big hearts where we say, man, I just want to help. I want to give. If we could all just say, you know what, I'm going to devote my life to giving, we would do that. But, we've got these jobs we have to go to, so we can't all do that. But this is a way that you can vicariously live through them and say, you know what, I know I can't be there 40 hours a week, but I can make a little contribution to help you be there 40 hours a week to make all this stuff happen. And if you want to hear some of those, we've got it right on our page, sunnyradio.com. And we did that because I really think this is another great way to shine the spotlight on all of these wonderful organizations that are a part of the Sioux Empire United Way.
Well, and I think doing things like that, I think that's why we're going to be successful. I really feel this, and I mean it when I say it. I really feel a wind at our back on this thing this year. We really feel like we've got some great momentum. We want people to know that this is a very special organization and that we help out a lot of people. And it's really the Sioux Empire. It's not just Sioux Falls, per se. We cover, the 4 counties of Lincoln, McCook, Minnehaha, and Turner County. So people that may drive in to Sioux Falls or something like that to do their jobs and are asked to give to the United Way, we're helping a lot of communities in all 4 of those counties.
Now, if there's somebody who maybe works for an employer that doesn't have this program available and they would still like to make a contribution, they can still do that, can't they?
Oh, absolutely. We've got things set up. You can go to our website, which is SEUW, SiouxEmpireUnitedWay.org. There's ways to give right on there. You can stop by their offices. Best opportunity to do is just do it online. We've got that all set up, and we'd be more than happy to help them through that process.
Jay, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. I think you've done an amazing job, and you're in the amount of time you've been there, and I know your tenure's not up yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this all comes together. And again, great job of being the conductor of this train over the last 9 months or a year, or however long it has been that you've been a part of this now.
Well, John, I'm just the figurehead. I am helping out, and I'm a volunteer, but those 650 people I mentioned are really making this happen, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of this organization, and thank you for what you're doing for us, too.
Glad to help out. Again, Jay Huizinga, and he's with Kello TV, but he's also, this year, he is the 2017 campaign. I'm looking to see if I can find it. Here it is, 2017 Sioux Empire United Way Campaign Chair. I knew there was a title in there somewhere, and I got it.
There's some sort of title.
I got it right after the second try. If you have questions, if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to make a contribution, their website, super simple, super easy, SEUW.org. And we have a link to that on our page as well, and you can click on and listen to all of the podcasts that have happened over the last year as well at sunnyradio.com. Thank you so much for listening on a Friday.